Hey there, hey there, hey there. Come on in the kitchen. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. I'm just gathering a few things. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? One and all, come on in the kitchen with Chef Mar. Invite somebody. If this is your first time, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing something differently. I don't know about you, but I love lasagna. I love it with the meat sauce. I love it when it's vegetarian. It's just good, especially with this kind of weather. So come on in, come on in, come on in. We're just going to invite a few people. Just come on in. Yes, 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 come on in. And when you get in, just say hello so I know that you're here. And if you're watching a replay, just say hello and also share. Hey, sissy, how are you? How are you? So let me just wash my hands real quick. Because a clean cook is a good cook. Well, cooking clean is good. Every clean cook is not a good cook. All right. So, if you haven't seen lasagna, I love it. If you love it, give me some hearts, some stars, some love. But I wanted it a little differently because of weather. Yes, you see, the weather is cold. It's not as cold today, but it has been cold. So this is something that you can make like on the quick, really, really, really quick to get your warm comfort meals in without doing a whole lot of stuff, but I'm going to make it healthy. So here we go. We're going to get started. I'm making you an usher. Put your hand behind the back like you in church. When somebody comes in, just, go ahead and share it. I'm making you an usher in Chef Mar's kitchen. So let's go. In our pot, and I'm going to try to bring this as close as possible. In our pot, I have some vegetables, and I started them a little bit early. I have onions, I have carrots. You can put bell peppers in this if you want. I was just using up what vegetables I have in my pantry because you know what I say, use what you got because that's what you got until you get what I got. Yeah. Well, I did have a bell pepper, but in here is just a little bit of grapeseed oil or avocado oil, whatever oil of choice that you would like to use. If you're not using oil at all, you can always saute in water. So in here I have some onions and I have some fresh carrots and I have a little bit of celery because that's what I had. You can put bell pepper in here as well. So we're just going to saute this and some garlic. So we're going to saute this, bring it up to temp. I love a good lasagna. I made one. When did I make one? Not too long ago. But don't worry about the recipe. If you want it, you just have to DM me for the recipe. And you can have it. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. So we're just going to bring that up. On the back burner, I have about 4 cups of vegetable stock warming because I don't want to wait for this to warm in the pan when we have to put our lasagna noodles in. So let's talk about while that's getting ready. I am using Jovial, Jovial, gluten-free, organic brown rice pasta. You can use whatever pasta you like coming from America. You can use whatever you like. So I am going to be adding, you can use for a meat substitute, mushrooms. You can use also, I have some double steamed brown organic lentils. You can find these in your market. Everybody now is getting on the healthier kick, mostly everybody. This is one that you can steam in the packet. I don't suggest steaming anything in the packet. I used to, but when you do that, think about the chemicals that are in the plastic. So you can really take this out of the packet and do like we did before we had microwaves and before we had steam in a bag. On the stove. Do not steam in the package, even though it says it. Not doing that. So Let's get this going. So this has onions, like I said, celery, garlic, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Hello, hello, hello. When you come in, just say hello. If you don't want to say hello, just give me some hearts so I know that you're there. Hey, bro, what's up? What's up? What's up? So that's what we have in our pan. Now to this, I am going to add about a cup of mushrooms or more. It's whatever you choose. If you don't want mushrooms, you can use the lentils, okay? Because some people do not like mushrooms. I'm going to use them now, save some later for some mushroom soup, okay? I am also, this is going to replace my meat, but I am also going to use my brown lentils. This is a good source of protein. I'm just going to put that in there as well. I'm going to use the one whole packet. If you don't want the mushrooms, you can use the lentils. If you don't want the lentils, you don't have to put them. So we're going to just bring this up to heat. So now this is what this is looking like now. If you cannot see, let me know. Can you see the pan? If you can see the pan, raise your hands. Give me some love here. Okay? Now, I just need to get a rubber spatula while that is going. And we're just going to bring that up to temp. And we're just going to cook this. Now, those lentils were already cooked. If you don't want to buy them and you cook them yourself, you can cook the lentils yourself and then just add it. Here we go. This is a lentil soup. I don't know about you. When it gets cold and the weather starts changing, all I want is comfort meals like soup and things of that nature. So, yeah. This is good. We're going to keep doing this. And to this, I am just going to make a little well in my pot, like so. And I'm going to add tomato paste to this. This is like a 30-minute meal. Well, once we put our noodles in, we'll see. I have tomato paste that I buy in the tube. So I'm going to use, like I said, this is about maybe like 3 tablespoons or maybe, 3 to 2 tablespoons. If I need more, I'll add more. And we're going to caramelize this tomato paste right in the bottom of our pan. If you have a can of tomato paste and it only calls for 1, like, tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, and you're like, what in the world am I going to do with the rest of that? I've always said put it in ice cube trays. Yes, they sell them. They do still sell them. Stir that in, and we're going to cook that until it gets nice and caramelized. Stirring and making sure this does not stick to your pan, especially. Here we go. I wish they had smell-o-vision. Yeah. Now that broth that I have cooking back here, we're going to add that to it. I didn't add any salt or anything yet because my broth has salt in it. So we're going to taste and see once we get this going. I mean, this alone by itself, you can eat by itself. Put it over some rice, add a different type of noodle, add it to a sweet potato. Yeah, hey, Cheryl. What's up, cousin? So I am just going to taste this real quickly to see if I need to adjust anything. Because I didn't add anything yet. done. Good. To this, I'm going to add my vegetable broth. This is 4 cups. It's already warm. And why did I warm it? Because if I put it in cold, it would bring the temperature down to what I've already have in the pot. So here we go. This is going to be our lasagna soup. If you don't like the mushrooms, don't add them. The lentils is a good source of not only a meat substitute, but it's a good source of protein. Stir that in like so. And I'm going to bring this to a boil, a light boil, because now what I'm going to do is take my Jovial gluten-free lasagna noodles, and once that becomes to a boil, I'm just going to break those up and add them to my soup. Hey, sissy. All right, so this is a quick meal. This is really, really quick. You know, go in your refrigerator. If you got a carrot that's getting ready to go south, don't let it go all the way south. Go ahead and dice that baby up. Onion, mostly everybody has onions in their home. Lentils, my suggestion is always keep lentils on hand. Always keep lentils on hand. So we're going to bring this to a slight boil. Also, I'm going to add some marinara sauce to this. You can use any jarred marinara sauce. I love San Marzone crushed tomatoes, and I love fire roasted tomatoes. If you have that, you can add it. And that's what we're going to use. But if you have something else and you're not making this totally vegan, you can definitely add that. Now this has come to a slight boil, simmer here. And what I'm going to do is break up these noodles and put it in our, don't worry about the little shard pieces. Just break it up, put it in, maybe like 1-inch pieces. And we're going to let that cook for about like 7 to 9 minutes until the noodles get done. Stir that in there good. And let those noodles cook for about 7 to 9 minutes. You say, how many noodles? As many as you like. I did about 6. I think I'm going to add a few more. Because remember, this is not your regular pasta, but it's a healthy one. I'm wondering if I cut it. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Let's do this. Just cut it. Just break it and put it in. And we're gonna let that cook. Any questions? Any questions? I made a lasagna for some family members. They are on the line, and it was a vegetable lasagna. Very good. Very, very good. I enjoyed it. And if you're a lasagna lover, I suggest that you would check it out. Check it out. So we're letting this boil, as you see. I don't know if you can see. Let me see. Just as if you were doing, I hope you could see that in the pot. In the pot there. And when those noodles get done, we're going to add a cashew cream to this. Let those noodles get done. Get in there real good. When they start to soften up, I'm going to add the marinara sauce to it. And we're going to add some cashew cream. Why cashew cream? Because it is a vegan dish, but you can add a little heavy cream to it if you like. So, that's what we're making today. That's what we're making. Get that vegetable broth in there, get all that goodness in there, and just make it happen. And this will come together very quickly. Just follow your package directions for your noodles. Like I said, I have 4 cups of vegetable broth. And we're just going to cook that until they get nice and tender. We don't want mush, but we want to make sure we have what we need. Now, I am going to add now the marinara. Get it all out because why? We paid for it. Paid for it. And as expensive as things are now, we don't want to leave nothing on our plates, in our containers. Not at all. I'm going to stir that in here like so. Remember, this is a soup. Stir that in there. Get those noodles going really good. You know how they say a watch pot doesn't boil? So, and to make this healthier, you can add a vegetable to it. This is how you sneak your vegetables in, not only with the onions, garlic, and like bell pepper, if you have that. Bring that up to a nice boil. Now I'm going to taste this because I like to add some Italian seasonings to this. So if you don't have the Vitality, thyme, or basil, you can get it from me. Just DM me, because all it takes is just 1 toothpick swirl to your liking. And if not, you can use simply organic Italian seasoning. And you remember, as I always say, you want to wake up those spices. So you want to put it, if you're using dry, and I will show you what to do, but I am going to use break it up in your hand. That releases the oils, okay? And you just add it to your dish, all right? That is boiling nicely. I don't want it to stick. Make sure you stir it occasionally, because we don't want no stickerization. I made that word up, yes. Now, these noodles will take just a little longer. They're getting there. Somebody put in the comments some of the comfort dishes or soups that you make. Let's talk about soup. Don't talk about dishes. What are some of the comfort soups that you like to eat or that you make? Or you would like me to make? That's even better. I'm going to taste this. I'm going to taste the sauce. Rinse the spoon off. And I'm stirring because, like I said, I don't want anything to stick to the bottom of the pan. We want our noodles to be al dente, and that means to have like some texture to it. I am going to add cheese to this. I'm going to use a BioLife Parm cheese. You've seen me, if you watched me, you've seen that before. I'm also going to use, I think it's Daya. Yes, Daya vegan mozz cheese to this. Because what's lasagna without cheese? Even though it's a soup, we need the cheese. I want the cheese, please. I feel like, what's that movie? I want the knife, please. So yes, we're stirring this up. We're going to add, here's my cashew cream. How do you make this cashew cream? I'm glad you asked. This is a half a cup. This makes a pint. This is a half a cup of cashews that I soaked in water overnight. To that, I added maybe 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, non-fortified nutritional yeast. Then I added the twins came, onion powder, garlic powder. I added a little bit of pepper. Hey, Gail! I added a little bit of pepper. And this takes the place, especially if you're trying to eat better, but you want that creaminess and not all the fat that you would get from half and half or heavy cream. If you were making this and it's not vegan or vegetarian, you would use half and half, or I would say a heavy cream. So, yes. So, let's stir this up. And remember, this is a lasagna soup. So on those days when you feel like, man, I want some lasagna, I don't feel like layering the cottage cheese. I don't feel like layering this and layering in that. Layer, no. Hey, how about do this? Huh? Nice comfort. And then get you some sour. Then get you some. That is, what kind of English? Then get a nice crusted sourdough bread. I have it. Yes. So we're going to add that. If you choose to, you can add red pepper flakes to this. I'm just going to add, some people don't like, some don't like it hot. So I'm just going to add a little bit. Just give it a little kick right there, okay? Now, here's the thing. Even if you don't have the mozzarella cheese, the vegan Daya cheese, or if you don't have the BioLife Parm cheese, and you just say, look, I don't have all that, Chef Mara. I don't have all of that. I have cheese. I have Parm cheese. I have regular cheese in my refrigerator. Try and make it with that. But here I'm trying to get us to eat healthier. Some of the things that we like, we don't have to sacrifice the flavor because it's healthy. We don't have to do that, all right? So our noodles are looking like they're getting to the plate. Yes, they're getting there. They're getting there. Let me say this. When you're making like pasta of some type, if you're making spaghetti or a pasta meal where it requires you to boil your pasta, you want to salt your water like the ocean. And you do not add oil to that water. Stop. Smack your hand. Stop it. Stop it. Why? Because when you add your sauce and you have oil in the water, it slides right off. I feel like, I forget her name, Kimmy Cakes. She said, stop it. I agree with her. Stop it. Stop. Stop. I'm going to add my twins. The twins, if this is your first time, it's onion powder, garlic powder. Yes, I know I have it in there already, but they haven't been in the kitchen in a long time, so they were feeling some kind of way. So I'm just adding a little, okay? So they don't feel so bad. You know what I'm saying? They won't feel so bad. This looks delicious. Woo! Let me see how these noodles is coming along here. Let me see. Let me see. Look at this. Look. Cooking it a little bit more. Just a little more. Are there any questions? While we're waiting for our noodles to get to where I want them, are there any questions? Yeah, see? That's why it pays to come in the kitchens, Gail. That's what I'm about. Teaching people things that they, and that's part of my Did You Know series on every other Wednesday. some things that you didn't know that you need to know. Yeah? See? Yes. Don't put no oil in that water. Oh, hot. Wash my hand off. Wash my hands. Hot. That was hot. Okay. Wash my hands. So I think, I always say wipe your spices and ingredients off. Nobody wants to pick up things out of their cabinet. Now, if you do not have any type of cheese, you can always use nutritional yeast. This container that I have is an old container, but I buy non-fortified nutritional yeast. You can find it in your specialty stores, or you can find it on Amazon. I just put it in this container, which is nutritional yeast flakes. Nutritional yeast is a good source of vitamin, protein, fiber. It's absolutely good. This on your popcorn, listen in, here's another tip. This on your popcorn with a little avocado oil, grapeseed oil, because if you don't, it won't stick, but it's still good. When I go to the movies, they already know I got this. So I just put this in here so I can shake it. Okay? All right. Looking good, y'all. Looking good. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's test it. Don't throw it up against the wall on the refrigerator. No. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Mm-hmm. That's good. Now, because tomatoes are tart, here's some things that people might say, oh no, sugar doesn't belong in spaghetti. But because tomatoes have acid in it, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut sugar, not white sugar. Get away from the white sugar. That wreaks havoc on your system. No white sugar, no Splenda, no Equal, no. So I have organic coconut sugar, which I'm going to sprinkle just a little, just to offset the bitterness of the tomatoes. Okay? So, Chef Mara, what are you going to do about that cream? I'm going to add, this is how it looks. I'm going to pour it in here. Because we want this will take place of that ricotta cheese that you would put in your lasagna. Yeah, and look, we're going to pour it. It's creamy. Okay? So I'm going to pour, let's turn you back around here. I'm going to pour about a cup of this. And this is going to make it nice and creamy. I might not even do the whole cup. Maybe let's start with a half a cup. Yes, look. Ooh. Let me bring you closer. Get a little closer. Mm-hmm. Look at that. That creaminess. I don't know, y'all. I think I'm going to do the whole cup. Why not? See how creamy that made it? And it's not heavy cream, whipping cream, but it gives you the satisfaction of the cream. And I'm going to add my nutritional yeast. I'm going to, if you want the recipe, and I only added maybe like a quarter cup of that, it has like a nutty, cheesy taste. I love it. It's good on your vegetables. It's good on a lot of things. So many things. Your sauces. Okay. We're cleaning up here because we cook clean, we eat clean, and we live clean. Now look at our lasagna soup. Huh? Come on here. Come in here, Noodles. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see? Let me know if you can see. Look at that. That's our soup. Our lasagna soup. You could get some lovely croutons and top it. I'm telling you. You said, well, where's the other cheese? I'm going to add it to it. Hold on, y'all. Wait. I'm just going to drop it in, add it in. You can add some to the top. I'm going to add my parm. This is a Violite vegan parm. Ooh, baby, baby. All right, let's clean up here. Let's clean up what I messed up. Starting my life over again. The people at my church know I got a song for everything. Because God gave me a song. Yes. You put a song in my heart. All right, all right, all right, all right. You said, what about that essential oil, the Italian season? Chef Mar, you ain't put that in there. Oh, I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put it in there. Just you wait. I just can't cook with stuff all over. Gives me anxiety. Gives me anxiety. All right. Look. 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 Let's get a bowl. Now, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to drop some spinach. Fresh spinach is good, but I'm just going to drop a little spinach in there, and the heat from the spinach, turn off your heat once you add that cream. And let me say this. If you are adding heavy whipping cream, you want to make sure you turn off your burner and then add the cream. Since I use cashew cream, I don't have to worry about it separating or breaking. All right? That's another tip for you. So, let's get a bowl. Let's get a bowl. Let's get a spoon. And that spinach just wilted in there ever so nicely. That heat has cooked it. Look at there. Look at those noodles, huh? What say ye? All right. Time for our spices. If you were cooking this on your own, you would have added them earlier. I am going to use, where's my toothpick? 1 toothpick swirl. I'm putting it in here. I'm going to tilt it. I don't know how much I have in here, so I'm just going to, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. This is thyme. It's on my, I'm just going to swirl it in. You said that little bit? Yes. Trust and believe. If you could smell it. Oh, you can't. You gotta get it from me. Sorry. But anyway, sorry. That's thyme. Who carries thyme in the refrigerator all year long? Not I. I grow it, but now I have it when I need it. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to add basil. Not with the same toothpick. There's no double dipping. Go inside. If you can't get to the bottom, you take off the orifice. Okay? Toothpick. Swirl it in. You said, that's not enough. Yes, it is. Trust me. I have made spaghetti sauce with these oils. And I added 1 whole drop of oregano, basil, you know, all the Italian seasoning. Let me tell you, I was so very upset because I couldn't eat it because the oils overpowered. Yes. So here we go. Let's dish it up. Right on. Let's dish it up. If you're still watching live and you want me to dish it up, just say dish it up. That's the goal, Gail. That's the goal, to tease you, to make you want to eat it, Yes, here we go. Here we go. Can you guys see? I know it's girls and ladies and people on. I'm going to start. This makes me so happy. I get excited. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Here we go. Get a little bit of that lasagna noodles in here. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Thank you, Gail. All right, I have a spoon. You know, we pray before we eat. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this lovely dish that you blessed me to make. I pray that you would bless the hands that prepared it. That would be me. And the viewers, I see all of you watching and those that watch the replay. Bless them to make this, to eat healthier and know that they don't have to sacrifice flavor if they want lasagna. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Say, ah. Ah. Look. Do not burn your mouth. Everybody point your hand this way and say, don't burn your mouth, Chef Mar, don't burn your mouth. And if this is your first time, join me every Wednesday at 1 p.m. You can follow on YouTube. And I am also on Instagram. Pastor K, you woke up just in time for this. It is a lasagna soup. We're doing it differently in Chef Mars. We eat clean, we cook clean, we live clean, and we eat outside the box. This is outside the box. Gluten-free noodles, mushrooms, lentils. If you don't like those, you don't have to add them. Some nutritional yeast, some vegan Violife cheese, also Daya, whatever her name might be. Amen. Here we go. I wish you all were here, but you're not, so you're going to have to go make it. My God, this is good. Look at that. Blow and eat. The carrots still have some texture to it. It's not mush. The lentils give you that texture of meat. The spinach I put in at the last minute gives a nice way of sneaking in vegetables. I'm gonna try not to burn my mouth, Pastor K. I really am trying not to do that. But I'm gonna take another bite for you all because it's so good. And I use the vegetables. You know, I always say cook your pantry. I used what I had. I had carrots, I had celery, I had onion, I had bell pepper, but I didn't feel like chopping that up and putting it in because I realized, oh, you do have a bell pepper. So go in your refrigerator. These are simple ingredients that make a restaurant quality dish where you don't have to go out all the time. And it's all right to go out because I do that. But when you want something healthy and delicious and that'll hit you right in here, why not? Why not? Why not learn to eat healthier? You know? And it's budget friendly. It's budget friendly. Can you tell? That little hint of coconut sugar takes off the bitterness of the tomatoes. I'm telling you. This is so very good. So very good. Pastor K, I know you cook with what you have in your can. I see what you be hitting with. Who would have thought that this tastes so good? Well, this small bowl is my lunch. If you want, you can take this and absolutely let it cool off. Put it in a glass container or put it in a refrigerator, and you'll have this during the week, for lunch, for dinner. Share it with a neighbor, share it with a friend. We're in such times now where we're going to have to learn to be able to help one another, because that's what God has called us to do. So we have to help one another. Sharing these dishes is me helping you to be able to be healthier, because we want to treat our bodies well. Our bodies is the temple of God. We want to treat our bodies well. Do we eat other things at times? Yes, in moderation, but why not learn and train your body to start craving healthier things? All right? Yeah, thank God for a meat-free Pastor K. Thank God for a meat-free budget. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, I've been saying it for 5 years. Get your lentils, get your beans, get your rice. Make your own stock. If you have a freezer, put it in the freezer. If not, just learn how to follow me. Follow me. There's so many people. You don't even have to follow me, but I wish that you would, because some people have a monitoring spirit and don't say hello. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Let me stop. I'm not fussing. I feel like Bishop. I'm not fussing. I'm just talking. All right. So it blesses me to know that I can bless you all. So that's all I have for today. I went way over, but I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to have my sourdough bread with this, but this will be my lunch. Put a little side salad with it and go kick up your feet and relax. All right? Take some of the lunch for the next day. All right, until I see you again, please eat clean, cook clean, and most of all, live clean. All right, until I see you next Wednesday, it's a Did You Know moment. So stay tuned, because it'll be some things like you didn't know, like about putting oil in that water, and be something else on a healthier tip. All right, until I see you again, bye. Smooches, I love you all.